Hello, welcome to another microbit video from me, Mr. Morrison. Today we are going to look at radio beacons. So what I have here is a receiver for my radio signal. And I have a transmitter that I've currently got in another room, and I am going to bring it through. And when it gets close to the microbit here is going to read a signal from it. There you go. So it's showing the number 1, and I put the microbit beside it. So it has transmitted a signal saying this microbit's close, number 1 is close. So I've got microbit number 1 here. If I take microbit number 1 away, that signal will eventually disappear. And this can be used as a treasure hunt. It can be used to send little messages. Lots of different things. So let's go and code this. So for the radio beacons, we need 2 projects, a transmitter and a receiver. So I'm going to start with the transmitter. And we need both on start and forever. Quite an unusual project sometimes that you need both of these. But we're going to first go into radio, and we're going to set radio group. A reminder that you set this group. All the microbits that you want to speak to each other, you set the same group. All the microbits you don't want to speak to each other, you set different. So if you're in multiple groups in a class, you have different numbers. Then we go to here, and I want to change the radio transmit power. So this is how far the radio signals will reach. So I don't want it to be 0 because that'll be no use, but I want it to be 1. Then I'm going to create a variable, and this is going to be called ID. So that is the number of the microbit. So you could, if you wanted to set up a treasure hunt, hide 5 microbit transmitters, each with a different ID number, and then you have 1 receiver. And it means that when you are close to, say, number 3 will appear on your receiver. If you're close to number 1 will appear. So I'm going to set ID to, let's go for number 1 to begin with, and then I am going to show number. So I can go to show number, and I need it to also show the ID. So it shows the number there, and then I'm going to radio send number in forever, and again I'm going to have that ID number. So it's going to send, it's going to show me the number it's sending, then it's going to send it to the other microbit. So I'm going to have pause as well, 200 seconds while it sends it, so that you're getting the message across in case it interferes. And that's almost our transmitter. A couple of bits have missed on this side, so I'm going to add a pause block for 2 seconds before clearing the screen. And that just means the ID number is going to appear for 2 seconds and then disappear. So that is the full code for your transmitter. And you notice when this happens, it gives you 2 microbits because it knows it's a radio thing. So download this one onto 1 microbit or multiple microbits. But if you're downloading it to multiple microbits, remember to change this number each time. So each microbit has a different number. Once you've done that, let's open up a new project and call this the receiver. I'm going to call it Radio Beacons Receiver. It would help if I spelled receiver correctly, R-E-C-E-I-V-E-R. So then what we're going to do is we don't need forever. We need on radio received number. Remember, we're sending a number. So we're going to go on start. We're going to go into radio, and we're going to set the radio group. It needs to be the same group that you've loaded your other microbits with. Then we're going to show number, and that's going to be the received number. So that is up here. You just drag it down, and then I'm going to find pause just so that it displays this number for a certain length of time. Let's make that 200 milliseconds, and then it clears the screen. But that means that if it keeps receiving it, this is a loop, so it means it'll just keep showing the number each time. So that is our receiver code. So download that onto 1microbit and then hide your transmitters and see if you can find them. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you again very soon.